How did y'all like Tommy? Love the show. I'm thinking this is going to be the best out of all the power shows we've seen so far. And as y'all guys saw, our man, friend of this channel, J Mo, his link is in video description. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. He's got a major role in this thing. Y'all heard what he about to try to do. That damn Tyrese looking D, think he gonna be getting out and having fun. There's always gonna be some haters ready to pull your ass back in jail. And that's what my man J Mo and crew is looking to do. I enjoyed this show of Tommy. I think this was an excellent groundwork setting for Tommy to get going. And you know it's going to be fire. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Go down in the video description. Check out Jay Moore. I'm going to try to bring him through for an exclusive one-on-one interview next Wednesday. He'll talk about how he got his role. He'll talk about what it was like being on set with all the people. He'll give you some insight if I can make that happen with him next week. But of course, you know, he'll be here tomorrow when we do our live. Let's take a quick look at one of the seminal clips of this particular episode that I thought was very telling. It added a new element to Tommy's story, and you know they're going to use the hell out of it. Take a look.
You want to tell me why you're packing? Okay, cool.
So your old man raised you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There for me 24/7. There any more of us?
I don't think so.
Who
Who the fuck knows with her?
Anything you want to tell me about this, Catherine?
Catherine?
Any detail?
First of all, she ain't royalty. Ain't nobody call her Catherine. It's Kate, and she ain't worth your trouble or your tears. You got out ahead on this. Trust me. Those enough details. Why don't you give me your number? And I'll call you. Or some shit. You know when we wrap our heads around this thing.
I be damned. Tommy got a black brother. What in the world? And that was funny to me how he said, don't know, but she ain't royalty. Don't nobody call her Catherine. She Kate. So if you're from the trailer part, you Kate. But if you upper England, you're Catherine. And then it was funny to me how he was picking on his brother's voice, sounding like Tone Low, saying that if he smoked that joint, it ain't going to do nothing to his voice because his voice deep enough. That is a setup, my people. They didn't bring that brother in for nothing. He asked Tommy why was he packing. Tommy ain't want to tell him. The brother's kind of like, I don't care. Whatever you do, just don't shoot me. But I guarantee you at some point in time, the brother's going to be part of something that has to save Tommy. You done heard it here, very first review of the show, and that's going to happen. Now, let's get started with the beginning. First of all, the theme music is going to take some time to grow on me. When you're so used to 50 Cent and the Joe, and it's had such an inflection on your mind, it's hard when they bring in new music, but I'm sure we'll get used to it because we love Tommy. And I don't know if it's the writing was as good as it felt, but something about this show just felt big. It just felt like the gravity and the stakes were so much higher in this show than what it felt like with the rest of them. And that could have just been because it's Tommy. We're familiar with Tommy and Ghost. We've been clamoring to see these two, or at least one of them, doing something. So this show just felt like the stakes were big. And in the very beginning, you've got Tommy going through his head all the horrible things that happened to him in New York. From Keisha to Holly to Ghost, every single thing that has been accosting him mentally was going through his mind, and you seen him pushing the gas pedal down on that hot-ass Mustang. That Mustang's so nice, it's about to make me give up electric cars and get me one of them. Love that Mustang. And it looks like he's about to commit suicide because the weight and the gravity of everything he's gone through from New York is hitting him. But you knew Tommy was not about to sit there and die. He snaps out of it, and boom, he's right back taking the road to Chicago to go and look for his grandmother. And en route to the grandmother, he meets this El Camicho MFer who put up a damn homeboy put up a leg couch and a vacuum cleaner and said that was a parking meter and told Tommy he had to pay the fee. Then he whips out his little butter knife and tells Tommy, you don't pay this fee, you in trouble. Tommy shows him the gun, bam, he gives up all the goods, he runs away and tells Tommy that the lady that was living in that house has been moved to a retirement home community. And I was wondering, why would you bring this El Camicho dude in in the first place. And we learned why. He brought El Camicho in so that he could tell us where the grandmother was at, as well as for us to just continue to show how powerful Tommy is. And if you hear the baby in the background, she's trying to get in here and get on camera too. And I can't have her in here with the Tommy story, because you know, Tommy's grown up story and it uses some bad words. So don't be mad. She's okay. We're not got her hemmed up in the closet, nothing like that. Then we get our first look at Tyrese Diamond. That's what I'm gonna call this brother, because he looked just like Tyrese. Tyrese Diamond, better known as D. He was in here cutting hair with one of the CEOs that he apparently made a good relationship with. And it was so good with him that he cut this CEO's hair for the last time. The CEO and him had a little word exchange, telling him, you know, bro, hey, you be straight out there. You know what I'm saying? Hang tough. Don't get in no trouble. And now as Tyrese D is going back upstairs, we see these hating ass niggas. And that's my people. That is J-Mo and his crew. Let's take a look at what they had to say. I'm so proud of my man J-Mo. He did so good in this. This brother needs a damn Emmy for this performance. Take a look at this.
Stars. Now you niggas know who we are. Let them keep talking, they never win.
We let them get real comfortable outside. Then we make the call.
Go get him, boss.
Well, what call is that, J-Mo? Who you gonna call? Well, we know you ain't calling Ghostbusters. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know who he's gonna call, I'm gonna ask him tomorrow. So you got to come for the live stream we're gonna do. We'll probably start at 8 o'clock tomorrow, so we can do both shows. We'll do Power Book 2 at 8 till about 9:30. And then we'll go from 9:30 to probably about 10:30 on this. And I'll ask him the tough questions. But ladies and gentlemen, end of the day, this is a hating ass crew he associating himself with. This man about to get his freedom. He about to get out. And they're going to let him go make some money. And then they're going to try to ruin his damn life. Wow, J-Mo. I can't wait to hear what y'all planning. Boy. And then we get Tommy meeting Glow. And you knew from jump there was some sexual tension between these two. Look at the way she's looking at Tommy. She's looking at him like, I want me a bite of that white chocolate bar. And he was just sipping and knocking back that alcohol. They got to talking about some soup she's cooking and how things is moist and wet. And I'm just sitting here saying, man, why don't y'all just get it in right there at the bar? But Tommy also was able to, I guess, in essence, finesse her mentally, because Tommy got talk game and she does too. She told him that she's into reading people and she got other things she read, and told Tommy to come back later to get some of that soup. And you know what kind of soup she was talking about. Did anybody see Tommy eating some soup with crackers this whole entire episode? Absolutely not. He did not do that. I didn't see no vegetable soup being eaten no time in this episode. So you know what soup he was talking about. Then my man D Tyrese is getting out of prison, and CO gave him these clippers or what may have you. And he also had these fly ass Jordans. And of course, he's a Chicago fan, so he's wearing Chicago Bulls 6-time jacket. The CO this particular cop wanted his Jordans, and you know what? He gave them to him, leaves out the prison barefoot. And that's when we get introduced to his brother Jay. The brother Jay comes to pick him up in a Lamborghini SUV, my people. Yes, that was a Lamborghini SUV. And the brother's just looking at him like, where your shoes at? Do it not rain on the inside? And, you know, my people that's been in jail, I've got 1 or 2 friends that's been in jail. No matter what we think goes on outside, it all feels different in there. So, yeah, it rained in there, but it don't feel like that when you got freedom. And that's basically what D Tyrese was telling him. Then we get our first look at Tommy meeting the Flynn family. So he meets the bodyguard, who's a punk. He meets Vic Flynn, who is a pussy as well. By the way, Vic Flynn is played by the gentleman who played Junior on Hightown. Shout out to Hightown. Shout out to the way Junior is behaving up here. It seems like his behavior up here as Vic Flynn goes right in line with the same kind of pussball behavior he had on Hightown. But in this episode, in this show, they created a lot of tension around another point we're going to get to in a minute. And look who decided to come and join this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Crystal Meister Shyster.
I'm trying.
How you feeling, Crystal Meister Shyster?
Feeling all right.
So I done talked to them about our homie J-Mo.
Okay. All right. Good job, Jay. Good job.
I said he deserves an Emmy. He deserves an Emmy because I believe it. When he said we're gonna get this mother effer, I believe.
I was convinced.
Yeah,
too.
I was. I think he the leader of that crew. Yeah, he gonna. Hey, J-Mo about to do something.
I've had to do a double take. I look like, wait, is that Jay?
That's Jay, man. That's our homie Jay. And I'm talking about Vic Flynn, little pussball, the son of the daddy Flynn. What do you want to say about when they first see Tommy telling him to get out of the parking space?
I think I love the interaction that they had with each other, showing that Tommy was standing his ground.
Right.
And they did that when Tommy initially pulled up and that guy tried to collect parking fees for him.
And then pulled out a butter knife.
Right. So Tommy telling you that he ain't lost nothing. He still got it. And,
Tommy the man.
Yeah,
he's still the man. And after we meet Vic, we get a chance to meet the daughter, Claudia. And I don't know. And then we see the daddy too. We get to see the daddy for the first time. We see the whole Flynn family. Now, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys pick up on the issue that a lot of rich families continuously have when you have children and then you have one surviving elder in the family? Both kids are trying to get to the seat of power with daddy. I don't know if you picked up on it, but nothing escapes your boy LAmont. Both of them are trying to undermine daddy one way or the other one. Claudia got her little lesbian girlfriend who she's trying to get her drugs from. And Vic is trying to do backdoor deals with the Yardies to get his drug company going. So they both are trying to undermine the sole survivor of their parents, which is the daddy. And this is going to make for some good daggone TV. What are you expecting to see from the daddy?
I mean, the daddy is doing what they are doing, that when they have that hierarchy. So basically everything is going to go to the son, or the son is putting in the lead. Right. It doesn't have anything to do with his skill, his talent, whatever. It's just that he's a man and he can punch harder, basically. Right. It's what he told the daughter. So yes, it's definitely going to be some contingent. So I'm assuming since the daughter wants to tap into the game, right, the son ain't doing a good job and she feel like she can do a better job.
And I feel a whole lot of, you can feel some of the other stories Power have written. Like Diana's smart as hell, but you got Kane who's dumb and makes dumb decisions and it's tough. You got the same dynamic here. Vic is not smart. The daughter is obviously smarter than Vic from the first episode, but she can't ascend to power because she's not a male. And that's basically what the daddy told her. Right. And now she's actually looking out for the brother because in this episode, they had a little meeting where she basically told him, look, I'm trying to protect you. You don't need to be messing with those Yardies doing that sorry ass drug. And you putting heat on this family from the police. Exactly. That's what she said. Exactly. So that's going to be an issue all to itself. Now, I thought this was good. This is an OG in the drug game. This is the uncle. And he basically tells Tommy, look, man, I respect you. I respect how you use your head, and we're not used from Tommy using his head. Right. And so he actually kind of he likes Tommy because Tommy thinking with his head. Can you see a situation where this uncle might turn on Daddy Flynn in favor of Tommy?
And you see, he definitely has a soft spot for Tommy. Yep. And so, that might be Tommy's end if he looks to work with all of them eventually later. Right. The uncle, because the uncle see that Tommy, he stand his ground. Right. He know when to act. He think Tommy has restraint. Right. Sometimes Tommy can go left.
Right. He did.
But I think that'll be his end to the family.
And probably the uncle in the very end, we saw the uncle and everybody roll up and grab Tommy and take him to the daddy. And I'm sure the uncle put in a good word on Tommy's behalf to not have Tommy killed because this uncle recognized game. Right. And so he probably might have saved Tommy. We don't know that at this point. Right. And then we get to a very chaotic situation. Oh, Glow that's got that jungle fever thing going. She like the Cincinnati Bengals, her and Tommy. They got that jungle fever. Those wild animals out that jungle fever, honey. She actually got a thing going on with Vic, or had a thing. He's trying to get back in with her good graces, want to take her to Buffalo somewhere. She's like, nah, bro, you got issues with your daddy pulling your string. I don't want no parts of you. Right. Honey, how upset is he going to be when he find out that Tommy just came? Tommy ain't even been in Chicago 24 hours and done got the draws. How he gonna feel when he find that out?
When they showed her and him interacting and set up this whole dynamic, I'm like, uh-oh. Power about to set us up for a ride. Yeah, so I love the dynamics that they're setting up, the drama that you know is going to come from this.
You got the son of the biggest mafia boss in town, who's the dumb, and you got Tommy, who was one of the biggest gangsters in New York. And they keep thinking that this dude is from Boston for some reason. Like, dude, the dude ain't none of them Boston racist dudes. He sleeps with black people.
Yo, I get it. First glance, you look at him. He do look like, straight lace.
No, Tommy looked like he got a little swag. Now Vic looked like a straight lace white dude, but Tommy looked like he got a little swag, a little bit. And then in the next scene, this is the muscle for Vic. Tommy had to beat his ass because he was in there disrespecting a woman, and in turn made Glow upset because they was going around collecting money for Flynn.
Right.
And so Tommy's like, this dude here, I'm gonna get me some revenge on one of them punks. So Tommy go back there, they have a little fisticuffs. Tommy get the best of him, and then Tommy steps on that man's arm like he was trying to break a 2x4. And you could hear the crack.
Oh goodness. Yeah, this guy was too eager.
Yeah.
He jumped out that car like like Tommy slapped his mama or something.
But they all jumped out the car like that.
Yeah, but he was like on 12. He was hot for no reason, just like, I need to show you that honey, I'm the muscle.
Right.
Yeah. So what is the lady in the bar told him? You just she said something like, you're just whatever. She deflated his ego.
Yeah, he was a dumb piece of ass. That's what he is. He's just muscle. And you know how everybody got the muscle in their bodyguard that's ready to jump, Froggy. And sometimes they jump over the cliff, and sometimes they jump their ass into a frying pan.
Right.
He got both. He got the cliff and the frying pan.
Right.
Because you ain't want to run up on the buzzsaw called Tommy. You get your ass hacksawed. That's what he did. So he broke his arm, and then
we ain't seen him no more, have we?
Yeah, we seen him at the end. Okay. Then Glow seen that, and her panties got moist even more than that first conversation, because they wound up in bed. In bed. Tommy ain't even been here 24 hours. He done got the jungle fever out, got her in bed. And they having a nice little conversation.
I think part of this, Tommy also said he just passing through.
So
she might think, oh, this is just a one night stand. I ain't gonna see him no more anyway.
So she a hoe?
No, she just horny. It was just a one night stand.
She's just horny,
I guess.
So ain't that what hoes say?
I'm saying, would she have done it with him if she knew that he was gonna be around and he was gonna be bringing that heat down on him?
Why wouldn't she? If she could have played a role. She didn't know he was just passing through initially. She knows now.
He said that even when he was at the bar, I'm not gonna be here long.
Yeah, but what does that mean? That could mean 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. So
bottom line is, she's probably not looking to set up no long-term relationship. This is a smash session and we done.
And that's what she thought. But once you get some of that white chocolate, Tommy, that's not it. But here's the problem. What has happened to any woman dealing with Tommy?
They
all die. So Glow, you won't notice. Another prediction I'm giving y'all in episode 1 review, Glow is going to die.
So Tommy the Black Widow or the White Widow?
He the Black Widow. Then we get a little glimpse at Claudia Flynn, the daughter, and she's got her lesbian girlfriend who's got some kind of a drug that made the sex feel like it was ecstasy. It was so good, she asked the girl, where you get that from? And she's obviously thinking about setting up her own shop. Honey, is this just to undermine daddy? Does she want to see the power? What is the daughter thinking?
She's looking, where do we take the business? Since we sell drugs and this is some good stuff, then maybe we need to sell this.
Yeah, hey, diversify. Hey, you diversify your streams of income, diversify your stocks, diversify your real estate, whatever making you money, you keep it diversified, and that's what she's gonna do. But I got to say this too, honey, her lesbian girlfriend gonna die. I'm just putting out everybody that's gonna die. She's gonna die. But mark my words. Then we get Glow talking to Tommy about marriage. She let us know that she had a husband that went to Iraq. They wasn't married long. She asked Tommy about it, and he's kind of having flashbacks about that ring he gave Lakeisha, and she's dead. Talk to me, honey. How did you feel about that?
I mean, it's just showing you Tommy, he's still running from his past and
Right.
trying to start a new life.
Mhm.
Those traumas are still haunting him.
Those demons.
And he's trying to figure out how to move on.
Right. Yeah, and it's tough. You know,
Right.
he's still dealing with all that. And, you know, he still had a little bit of a kind of friendship with Eliza Marie. Remember, he went by and seen her. And, and it makes you wonder, will he attempt to go long-term with Glow? You know, but I already think that if he does, she's going to die. That's just how it happens with Tommy. She's going to die. Then we see Tommy, who had took the phone from the muscle to set up Vic because Tommy wanted to get his own stash going. He sets Vic up. They take them in there where a drug deal is about to go place with the CBI, the Chicago Brother Incorporated. And this is when we first learned that Vic and the second in command to the Chicago Brothers, they ain't that bright. They ain't that bright. And these two buffoons ain't bright either. I'm calling them DWD, honey. You want to know what that stands for? Dumb white dealers. Tommy immediately knows that this is the first time these two dudes doing a drug deal.
That was funny. That was funny. He's like, oh, this is y'all first deal.
Right. and he immediately knows Vic is stupid because he ain't got all the money he need to make the deal happen.
Right.
And the CBI dude ran up on a snag. So Tommy comes in Chicago and is with one of the biggest kingpin's sons in Chicago and with one of the biggest drug dealing groups in Chicago and runs them both. Runs them both. And then he saves their asses.
He basically gave them on-the-job training.
On-the-job training. Yep. He saves them from DWD, dumb white dealers, and then says, look, y'all got to pay me a fee. And not only they pay him, but Tommy took the drugs.
Where there's an opportunity, Tommy. And I was sitting there looking like, okay, is he just passing through Chicago and figured I'll just stop in and pick up some drugs and some money? So he just capitalized on the opportunity. He stopped in to see his grandma. Then you got old dude for the Flynn family harassing him outside the bar.
Right.
And
then he just happened to go in and meet the girlfriend or supposed girlfriend of Vic.
Right.
And she don't want him no more anyway.
Right.
And then Tommy made them draws moist as hell by just kicking, literally just kicking game. He didn't do nothing special.
And then after he beat up the muscle, he realized, oh, it's a drug deal going on. I might as well scoop me up some money.
Yes. Yes. It's just showing you how menacing Tommy is by himself. And he's got nothing to lose. He's dangerous. They even mentioned that.
He said it.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I got nothing to lose. I'm dangerous.
I give 0 Fs.
Now, what we didn't know at the time is that Tyrese was the leader of the CBI boys before he went to jail, and his little brother Jaden took over. So Tyrese is worried, like, bro, how you let this one white Casper dude get the best of you, Vic Flynn, and the drug dealers? And so he's worried about Tommy. He's like, we need to figure out where Casper is at.
Right? How you know he ain't being
he ain't work with the Flynn?
Yeah.
Well, the brother was able to explain to him why he don't work with Flynn, because he screwed over Vic Flynn. He wouldn't have took the drugs and the money if he was working with Vic Flynn. So they made that obviously clear. But the leader of the CBI, he is worried about who is this powerful white dude to hem up both of y'all in the same time and save y'all. And you know what? He has every right to be worried. Tommy is a tsunami. If you don't see him coming, he'll tear down your whole city. Then this is when the sister is trying to save the brother. And we learn even further that the brother is dumb as a bag of soap. Honey, talk about this brother. What kind of mistakes is he going to make that Tommy going to have to save him from?
I have no idea.
But you know that's coming.
Right.
You know it's coming.
Right. And the sister going to have to save the day. So she's going to be the one that has to help save the family. Now, do you see a relationship potentially between Tommy and the sister eventually? There's
going to be a relationship, but not a relationship maybe... I don't want to say like a sexual relationship. It could be.
Not?
It could be. It could be because we don't. As of right now, we are supposed to assume she only likes girls. Will she like Tommy when she meet him? Because we know they're going to meet.
She could be bisexual.
She could be. She could be. But Tommy is smart enough to know not to do that with someone he might be doing business with.
We'll see.
We'll see. Or he could do something with her just to use her. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. And speaking of Tommy being smart, they're making Tommy real smart this season because he pulled over, sat in the car, did some homework, on the Chicago drug game and the Flynn family. So that's him doing that. But he also did some homework on the CBI boys, and he learned that the person that got out of jail used to be the leader of the CBI. So, honey, are they taking Tommy and escalating his chess game to the next level? That's what it looked like.
I mean, he don't got no choice. He riding solo.
Yeah.
So he gonna have to be his own eyes, ears, partner.
He can't trust nobody. Yeah, I think he will be trusting his brother.
Yeah. And did you catch how they call him Casper?
Yeah.
So they got that little ghost undertone.
Yeah. Did y'all catch that? Like she said, they called him Casper. That's kind of the ghost undertone. So we might hear that term a whole lot more too. Casper.
Might be his nickname.
Right. Yeah. By the way, we've got 325 watching us. Can we get 325 likes? We know you guys enjoyed Tommy. I think this is going to be the best one out of all of them. So go ahead and give a brother a like. So then Tommy goes to see his grandmother, and she smiled when she saw the picture. I thought that was really, really nice. And then the next thing we know, he gets apprehended by his black brother. Both of them got the same mom and different daddies. Honey, why did they introduce this brother of Tommy?
I don't know. I'm like, Kate, what you doing?
You know what Kate was doing?
As much as she loved her boy Tommy.
She also loved that chocolate.
She ain't never bring up nobody else.
Kate had that Cincinnati Bengals, had some jungle fever too.
Is that where Tommy got it from?
That's where Tommy got it from. Tommy got the red hairs and the jungle fever from the mama.
So this is an interesting, plot dynamic that they introduced. I wasn't expecting that coming. So now I guess we see that Tommy has family.
Right.
And whether or not, like you said, I think they didn't introduce him for nothing. He's going to have a role.
Right.
And is he as bad as Tommy, or is he, is he just going to be the straight-laced brother? What type of role is he going to play? What relationship are they going to have?
They specifically highlighted his deep voice, meaning they specifically want to know that he's an alpha male. So don't forget that part. It's just how are they going to express his alpha maleness? Is he going to wind up breaking somebody's neck to save Tommy? Is he going to shoot somebody? How is he going to display that he ain't no joke? He ain't going for the okie doke to help his brother, but he's going to be utilized, my people.
Yeah. Tommy tried to throw his phone number away.
Right.
He goes back and picks it up.
He went right back and got the phone number.
Yeah, they're going to interact.
Yes, Lord, they are. And I can't wait to see how it goes. And then we got little brother bringing big brother to the barbershop that he done bought with good, legit money, paid all the taxes, the titles, the fees, and all that. And big brother is ecstatic. But honey, this is when I start feeling dissension in the ranks. Big brother's starting to have that change of mind. Like, I don't want to be dealing with this street gang no more.
Right.
But little brother wants to expand, it feels like.
Right.
So do you feel like he's doing all this to kind of bribe his brother into letting this be a front for his drug cartel?
I think so. It's going to be the whole Lakeisha with the hair shop or whatever.
Right.
It's going to be the brother with the barbershop.
Yeah.
And so there is going to be some struggle between the two of them because, like you say, the brother wants to cut ties and go clean.
Right.
The younger brother didn't do all this for nothing.
Nothing. Nope.
Right.
Nope. And then they also made it clear for us to notice. Little brother used to be boxing. Take a look at that cauliflower ear. Right. That's something that happens to wrestlers, boxers, people who do a lot of head sports and their head is not covered all the time. Plus, they had the punching bag in there. So they want us to know that there's some boxing going on. And Chicago is a boxing mecca. I know a lot of people think for some reason that it's just New York, but Chicago is home of several great boxers, just like Detroit is.
Yeah,
just like Detroit is. And keep in mind, Detroit is not but 2 hours away from Chicago. So they're going to have some boxing type events involved in this, and I'm here for all of it. And then we see Tommy about to throw away the phone number, but he didn't, like my wife said, which lets you know the brother is going to be actively involved. They could make these two ghosts and Casper, and what can we name the brother? Black Power.
Oh, I don't know.
Casper and Black Power.
Let me get to know him a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll come up for a name for Tommy's brother. Right now, I'm going to call him Black Power since it's Black History Month. And Tommy loved the chocolate, so he down with it.
He finally got his brother back. All Tommy wanted was family.
Yeah, that's all he wanted. And now he's got hope.
They didn't replace ghosts.
Then we meet up with this weirdo cop who just walks in the barbershop just talking whatever he wants to talk about. And then eventually, he lets us know that I know your name. I know your name. I'm coming back for a haircut. And more importantly, I pay my fees. Honey, do you think this dude works with J-Mo and his crew?
I did get a grimy feel from him.
I did too.
So this could either be a cop who got, who missed his opportunity on the outside to be the hero or whatever.
Right.
And so now he's telling him, I got my eye on you because I know y'all still doing dirty stuff, and I'm gonna take you down.
Right.
Or he trying to figure out how he can get benefit from their drug game.
No way this is a clean cop, ladies and gentlemen. Post your comments. No way this is a clean cop. Every organized drug cartel in the history of America has had a dirty cop somewhere to help them out. There's not been a one that hasn't had it. This dude is no different. I believe he's got ties to the J-Mo crew, and this is one of the people J-Mo can call when Tyrese gets up and making some money with his barbershop. Keep that in mind. And then we get Tommy just basically thinking about Ro. He's talking to Rojo, the guy that's been calling him from California. He tells him, bruh, I work for myself. You can kiss my butt. I'm done. So all of a sudden, Tommy was en route to California to Rojo, and now he's not going to Rojo. He's going to stay in Chicago.
Right.
Is this a good or bad decision?
I mean, it's good for us.
It would have been good for us no matter where Tommy went. I would have loved to see Tommy go to Atlanta or Miami personally, but I mean, he's in Chicago, and I'm still happy to see him. So no matter where Tommy went, it would have been good. Right. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Rojo might come for vengeance. Remember Tommy threw the phone out the window that can be tracked and traced. If you threw it out in Chicago, this is the last place you've been at, Tommy.
Right.
You might still be here. We know what your car looked like. He ain't giving up that Mustang. Tommy, you might have somebody coming after you as you're trying to build your network. Right. We'll see where it goes. And then we get the Flynn organization rolling up on Tommy to give Tommy a warning. So they apprehend him, take him to Daddy Flynn, and Daddy Flynn's got tremendous respect for Tommy because of the way he did his son.
Right. And the only way he found that out was from the uncle.
And the muscle that got beat up.
Okay.
Because in the end of this, the muscle comes in with the son all beat the hell up, and the son looking, rolling his eyes at Tommy. Tommy throws the bag of drugs down at the feet of the daddy. The daddy kicks it to his son like, you disgust me, you dumb piece of crap. So talk about that, honey. Talk about it.
I mean, it's just setting up that dynamic between the family where I guess you kind of like to have this Cain dynamic, I think, where Tommy is going to be like Tariq, getting favor from the family. Right. And the son don't want nothing to do with him. Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great ground setting episode of Tommy. It's gonna be fire. And yeah, that cop I said he had weirdo vibes. I got a lot of weirdo vibes, but that's the way they wanted it to be. They even had specific music in the background that made it feel even more eerie and weird. Right. Which lets you know it's something up with that cop. He's not a clean cop. No, he's not a clean cop. Most good cops, when they pop up in a building like that at night, they're going to let you know, I am the police. Right. I'm blah, 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 whatever. If they're on the up and up, he just walks in, act like he's some bum off the street, sits down, starts reading the damn magazine for crying out loud. Like, bruh, right. Didn't I tell you we're not even open. You're reading magazines and stuff, bruh. It costs $5 a page up in this joint. And then they just let him show his badge and boom. That was it. So I'm ready. I'm ready to take this ride. Are y'all ready to take this ride? We are. So be sure to subscribe, my people. J-Mo link is in the video description. If you're not already subscribed, check him out. I will try to have him for an interview, a one-on-one interview, behind the scenes interview next Wednesday. But this Wednesday, I got Charmaine from Hightown. Her name is Amani Lewis. She's coming through. And then on Thursday, I got Cooper Sachs. Be sure to hit me on IG or Twitter. DM me with all the questions you want me to ask Cooper Sachs, and I will take some of the best ones. And then just tune in on Thursday at 9 p.m. Honey, anything in closing you want to say to these good people about Tommy's show? Get your popcorn ready. Put on your seatbelts because it's going to be a ride. I'm ready. Buckle in, man. We'll be here with the reviews, the theories. I'll be bringing you guys all kinds of stories. I'll even do one or two more theories from Power Book 2. I'm bothered by this Lauren thing, because the conspiracy theories is already flying that she's not dead. And I think I've got a video written in my mind that I can do
that might kind of show you how the writers have said such things before and it didn't work out that way. And I'll put it on display for you guys to see. You guys let me know. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll see you.